Good morning to all of you. I'm Dr. Neetu Gehlot. I'm working as a assistant professor in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurgaon. I'm from Applied Science Department, and today I'm taking my 17th lecture. The topics which are covered in this lecture are the oxidation states, which is related to the periodic table, periodic properties, and the molecular orbital theory. And these topics are come from the unit first of our subject, that is chemistry. So now come to the topic, that is the oxidation state in the periodic properties. So we know that the oxidation state it is one of the most striking properties of the transition element is that they show the variable valency, or here we can say that they exhibit different oxidation state. So many of these elements shows a wide range of the oxidation states. If we take the example of the iron, so Fe shows the oxidation states are the +2 and the +3, and another example of the copper, it shows the oxidation state of +1 and +2. So now, this is in the contrast to the S block element. So we can explain the oxidation state in the blockwise. So firstly, we are going with the S block element. So here the S block element, the oxidation state is always equal to the group number. Okay, so oxidation state is equal to the group number, and in the P block element, where the oxidation state is the number of electrons in the valence cell, or it may be the 8 minus the electrons in the valence cell present. So this is the S block for the S block and the P block elements. And when we come to the D block elements, so and the D block elements is as we know that these are called the transition elements. So in the transition elements, the energy of the first one or two, it means the n minus 1d electrons are almost the same. So here the oxidation state varies from the number of electrons present in the NS subcell to number of the electron present in n minus 1d subcell, and number of electrons in the NS subcell also. So that is the example. It may be the +2 to +8. Okay, so for example, if we take the chromium Cr, the chromium shows the +1 to +6 oxidation state, and for the osmium, osmium shows the +2 to +8 oxidation number or oxidation state. So this is the explanation of the oxidation state, and we have already all the properties just like the ionization energy, electron affinity, and the polarizability. So other properties we have discussed in the periodic properties. And now I come to the next topic, which is related to the atomic structure, and this is another part of our first unit. So here in the atomic structure, firstly, we are going to discussing about the molecular orbital theory, or it is called the MO theory. So it is denoted by the MOT. So MOT means that is the molecular orbital theory. So first of all, we should know about the some points. What is the molecular orbital theory? So here we can say that the molecular orbital theory consider the entire molecule as a unit with all the electrons moving under the influence of all the nuclei present in the molecule. So mm, this approach recognizes that each electron belongs to the molecule as a whole and may move within the entire molecule. So when the atom to be bounded come close together, so the orbital of the bounded atoms lose their individual character, and they overlap to form larger orbital. This is called the molecular orbital. So as or there is some difference between the atomic orbital and the molecular orbital. So here we can say we know about the difference between the atomic and the molecular orbital. So first of all, the first point. is an electron in an atomic orbital is under the influence of only one nucleus, as we discussed. And in the molecular orbital, the electron in the molecule or molecular orbital is under the influence of the nuclei of the two or more molecules. Because suppose we take the example of the oxygen. So if we take the O, it means it is an oxygen atom. And if we when we take the O2, so that is the molecule of oxygen, है ना. So मतलब it means कि one atom of oxygen and the other atom of oxygen, when they combine together, then they form a molecule of oxygen. So this is the difference. And second point is their existence in the atomic orbital. Their existence is because of inherent property of atom. And in the molecular orbital, they are formed by the combination of atomic orbital of comparable charges. Then come to the third point. Here, they have similar shape of atomic orbital. They have the similar shape, and in the molecular orbital, they have the complex shape. Okay. Then come to the fourth point. They are less stable than the bonding molecular orbital. Here I read the BMO. It means bonding molecular orbital, which are more stable than the anti-bonding molecular orbital. And they are in the molecular orbital, they are less or the more stable than the atomic orbital. And next, the fifth point is they are represented by the S, P, D, and F, etc. And in the molecular orbital, they are represented as the sigma, sigma star, pi, pi star. So this is the basic difference, or the, we can say, that is the general introduction of the molecular orbital or atomic orbital. As we know that before the molecular orbital theory, there are the one theory. This the name of this theory is called the valence bond theory, or we the in the short form we can say that is the VBT. So here there are the some drawbacks of the VBT, so that the requirement of the molecular orbital theory. As suppose we take the example of the oxygen O2 molecule. So here the VBT theory, and it is the valence bond theory, does not explain the magnetic behavior of the oxygen. So that the or other points are also there. So that there is the we are going with the molecular orbital theory. So now we know that oxygen is the atom, and when we write the O2, so it is a molecule, as like same as the N is the atom, and here N2, if we like N2, that is a molecule. So we know that when the two atoms, or we can say that the two atomic orbital are combined together, then they convert into the molecular orbital. Okay, or here one more thing is important, that the atomic orbital may be same, or they may be the different. Suppose we take the same example of the same atomic orbital, so just like the O2, N2, H2. See, they are the homonuclear atom. Okay, and there are the some other, just like the NO and CO. So this is called, these are the heteronuclear atom. So here, first of all, we are going with the homo molecular orbital theory with the homo nuclear atom, and after that we are going with the heteronuclear atom. So first of all, we can represent this is the energy level diagram. So here we can see that in this diagram, it is empty diagram, or here we can only draw the atomic molecular orbital diagram. So the first this one, it is a increasing order. So here that is the atomic orbital. Suppose 1s, 2s, and then 2p. Okay, and here again the second atom for atomic orbital for the second atom. This is the 1s, 2s, and the 2p. When we fill the electrons in these orbitals, so and here one thing is important, that when the two atomic orbitals are combined together, then they form the two molecular orbital. It means कि जितने हमारे atomic orbital हैं, so they are the formation of the same number of the molecular orbital. So here we can see that the in the here is 1s, again 1s. So here are the total two atomic orbital, so that there are the two molecular orbital. Again we can see that the 2s, here again 2s 2s, so there are two atomic orbital, molecular orbital also. And there is the third, that is the 2p. We know that in the p orbital it is of px, py and the pz. So there are the three parts of, for first is the pa, second py and p third pz. So here is the representation is that the total number of the orbital is the 6. So that we can see there are the total number of the molecular orbital is also 6. So this is the empty diagram of the molecular orbital theory. So this here we I want to say that we can represent how can we represent the molecular orbital energy level diagram. So this is the representation, and here are the some rules when we fill the electrons in this molecular orbital. So there are some rules. First one is the Auber rule, and we have already learned in the 11th 12th class that amount of how can we fill the electrons in the orbital. So the first one is the Aufbau principle, second is the Pauli's exclusion principle, and third is the Hund's rule. We all know about these three rules. So first of all, we take the firstly the Aufbau principle. In this principle, this principle states that those molecular orbital which have the lowest energy आर फील्ड फर्स्ट, मीन्स जिसकी एनर्जी कम है वो पहले फिल होगा. Okay, so principle state that those molecular orbital which have the lowest energy, they are filled firstly. And second rule is called the Pauli exclusion principle. And in the Pauli exclusion principle, there are the that each molecular orbital can accommodate maximum two or maximum two electrons having the opposite spin. Okay, so here's a one. If the one electron has the plus half spin, so another electron has the minus half spin. So according to the Pauli exclusion principle, it means there are each molecular orbital can accommodate the two electrons, those having the opposite spin. Now come to the third rule, that is called the Hund's rule. And according to the Hund's rule, this rule states that in two molecular orbital of the same energy, the pairing of electrons will occur when each orbital of same energy consists one electron. मतलब कि पहले एक एक दोनों में अगर एनर्जी लेवल सेम है तो पहले एक में इलेक्ट्रॉन जाएगा, दूसरा दूसरे में जाएगा, आफ्टर दैट फिर पेयरिंग स्टार्ट होगी. Okay, so this rule states that in two molecular orbital of the same energy, the pairing of electrons will occur when each orbital of some energy consists of one electron. Okay, so and then we are going with the order of the filling the electron or the energy level. So draw the energy. So on the order of energy of various molecular orbital is as follows. The sequence, or we can say that is a sequence in the order of increasing energy. So here we can arrange these in the increasing order. So first of all, we can see that there is the sigma 1s and then sigma star 1s. It means the sigma, it represents the bonding molecular orbital, and sigma star means that is the anti-bonding molecular orbital. And then again 2s, sigma star 2s, then sigma 2pz and sigma 2px, and is equal to there are the energy level is same between the both of them, the 2px and the 2py. And then the pi star 2px and pi star 2py both have the same energy level, and then last is the sigma star 2pz. So this is the order by which we can fill the electrons in the molecular orbital. So now suppose there are the examples. They are the important examples of the O2 and 2. So first of all, we are going with the oxygen molecule. So the energy level diagram for the oxygen molecule, the electronic structure. So first of all, we take the electronic structure of the oxygen. O is the or we can say that is the electronic configuration for oxygen is the 1s2, 2s2, and 2p4, because we know that the atomic number of oxygen is 8. So there is the electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, and 2p4. So the structure of the now O2 molecule. Here one oxygen is the atom, and now we want to the molecule of oxygen. So here we can write the one atom of oxygen. This is the electronic configuration, and the another oxygen atom. Here is the another electronic configuration for the another atom. So now we can count the total number of the electrons. There are the 16 electrons, and we know that O2, it means the oxygen molecule is formed by the combination of both atomic orbital. Okay, so that is the example of the homonuclear diatomic. So now come to the diagram. This is called the molecular orbital energy level diagram. So we can see that here this is the oxygen, one oxygen atom. Here is the another oxygen atom, or we can say these are the atomic orbitals here. Okay, so they are the filling just like the electronic configuration, the 1s2, 2s2, and the 2p4. Here again for another atomic orbital, it is 1s2, 2s2, and the 2p4. Now, as we know, the number of atomic orbital is equal to the number of the molecular orbital. मतलब क्या है कि पुराने घर छोड़ो दूसरे घर में शिफ्ट करना है, लेकिन वो इक्वल है. उसमें घर में 2 कमरे तो इसमें भी 2 ही कमरे हैं. ठीक है, तो here कि 1s2 and the 1s2. So 2 atomic orbital are here, so that there are the 2 molecular orbital. Here we can say, so we can fill the firstly electrons in the atomic orbital. So we can see that in the oxygen atom there are the 2, 2, 4, and 4. There are the 8 electrons in the atomic orbital. And now the another atomic orbital of the oxygen, here again there are the 4 electrons, sorry, 8 electrons there. So now we can calculate the total number of electrons. These are the 16. Okay, so now uh, we are filling the 16 electrons in the molecular orbital. ठीक है, ये नहीं देखना कि ये इसका है या इसका है. नो, अब हमें चेक करना है कि टोटल 16 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को हाउ कैन बी फिल्ड इन द मॉलिक्यूलर ऑर्बिटल. सो देयर आर फर्स्टली 1s2 sigma 1s, sigma star 1s, sigma 2s, sigma star 2s. ठीक है, then another for the p orbital. So here is the sigma 2pz, then pi 2px, and pi 2py, and then pi star 2px, pi star 2py. So now we can calculate. Now we want to calculate. Here first 2 plus 2 4 plus 2 6 8 10 12 14 and 1 1, that is 16. So we have the total electron in the oxygen molecule is the 16, and here we have filled the total 16 electrons in the molecular orbital. Okay, now here we can count the how much electrons on the in the bonding orbital, and how many electrons are in the anti-bonding electron. As we know, where the sigma 1s is bonding orbital, and which of the star. So these are the anti-bonding orbital. So that here is the arrangement or sequence, or we can say that is the increasing order, increasing energy order. So that the 1s2 is lesser than the increasing order, so that the sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2, sigma star 2s2, sigma 2p z2, and pi 2p x2, pi 2p y2, and then pi e star 2px and pi star 2py. So here the 16 electrons are filled here. Now when we count, so we find that the total bonding electrons are the 10, and the total anti-bonding electrons are 16. So first of all we want to bond order, and the bond order is equal to 1 by 2 bonding electrons minus anti-bonding electrons. So here we can find that the bond order is equal to 2. Okay, so it means that there are the double bond in between the oxygen atom. Okay, मतलब कि O2 means there are the double bond. The can then come to the second one. So here we can see that it is the paramagnetic molecule, because paramagnetic character shows by the number of unpaired electrons. So this is a very important which BBT can't explain. So here we can say that the oxygen molecule has the two unpaired electron which are in the pi star 2px, and this second is goes to the pi star 2py. So here are the two unpaired electrons, so that the oxygen molecule is the paramagnetic nature, and it is stable because if the bond length is कोई भी number है, so it means that is a stable. Now come to the second example, that is the N2 molecule, nitrogen. Here it is again just like the oxygen. So for the N2 molecule, we can see there is the total the electrons of in the nitrogen atom. So here we can see there are the 7 electrons in the nitrogen atom, 2, 2, 4, and 3. 7 electron. Another nitrogen atom has the 7 electron. So here we can say there are the total number of electrons are the 14. Okay. Now we can see that total number of electrons are the 14 in the nitrogen molecule, N2 molecule. So that here again we can represent. We can start it by the second the 2s2 and then 2p3. Here again for the another nitrogen atom, 2s2 and 2p3. We can start it with the 1s or it may be the 2s. So there is no problem between whatever we want to start, the 1s or the 2s. So that for come to the 2s2, so there are two electrons here and two electrons are here. So there are the total electrons are the 4. So that these are arranged in the sigma 2s2 and sigma star 2s2. Now one point it is important that I want to say that that is the trick for you, that if the total number of electrons are 14 or less than 14. Okay, if the total numbers of electrons are 14 or less than 14, so you should remember that there is the sp mixing. Okay, and due to the sp mixing, the energy of 2 sigma 2pz is increased, and it goes to the above of pi 2px and the pi 2py. So this is the arrangement of you should remember that now we can fill the total number of the electrons there. Now we have the total number of electrons are the 14, and now here because we do not show here the 1s or 1s orbital, so that we start the 2s2, because number of bonding electron and the anti-bonding electrons are they can cancel the influence of each other. Okay, so the same, so there is that doesn't matter, we write or we can draw the orbital. So now come to the come to the calculate the number of the bonding electron and the anti-bonding electrons in the N2 molecule. So we find that here for the bonding electrons are the 2 to 4 to 6 and to 8. Okay, now there is no electron in the pi star 2ps and pi star 2py. So there are the bonding electrons are the 8, and here we can see there are only and in the antibonding orbital there are only 2 electrons is here. So when we calculate, the bond order is 3. Okay, so that we know that there is that nitrogen had the triple bond. So this is clear now, and it is again stable, and जितना लंबा बॉन्ड ऑर्डर होगा हमारी बॉन्ड लेंथ उतनी ही शॉर्ट हो जाती है. ठीक है, तो बॉन्ड ऑर्डर 3, तो बॉन्ड लेंथ इज shortest, and we can see here that there are no any unpaired electron is present. Okay, here we can see there are no any unpaired electron present, so it means the magnetic character of the nitrogen molecule is diamagnetic. Clear? If the number 1 unpaired electron is present, so it means it shows the paramagnetic behavior. And here we can see that there are the no any one electrons, unpaired electrons, so that it is diamagnetic in nature. Okay. So now this is the example of N2, and And we know that both are the example of the homoatomic nuclear. So now come to that is the next example, which is related to the heteroatomic nucleus. And here the most important example is the CO, means carbon monoxide. And the another example that is called the NO. It is another example of the heteroatom. So here we can see that the electronic configuration of the carbon is 6. Carbon is atomic number 6, and here is the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, and 2p2. Now the electronic configuration of oxygen is 8. There is again 1s2, 2s2, and 2p4. Okay. Then the total number of electrons. So the total number of electrons are in the 6 plus 8. It means there are the 14 electrons. So here, remember that total number of electrons are 14 or less than 14. It means they are the sp mixing present. So in CO, the oxygen atomic orbital are shown in the energy than carbon. One more thing is important. Here we can check the carbon and the oxygen. It means the oxygen is the more electronegative. Okay, so the energy is the lower than the oxygen. So that due to the difference, the here the one more difference is that the sigma star 2s orbital is higher in energy than the pi 2ps and pi 2py orbital. Okay, so these the 2 points are important, so that now we can arrange in the molecular orbital. Here is the C, that is carbon atomic orbital, 1s2, 2s2, and 2p2, and here is the oxygen. One thing is important that we can make the orbital of oxygen in the comparison to carbon, तो थोड़ा सा हम उसको नीचे की तरफ बना सकते हैं, क्योंकि ऑक्सीजन की एनर्जी कम होगी ड्यू टू द हायर इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव करेक्टर. सो कार्बन की एनर्जी ज़्यादा होगी और ऑक्सीजन की कम होगी. तो वी कैन ड्रॉ दिस ऑर्बिटल इन कंपैरिजन टू कार्बन, थोड़ा सा नीचे की साइड हम बना सकते हैं. ठीक है, तो देन दिस इज fill the electrons for the carbon atomic orbital, and either the here is the oxygen atomic orbital. So 1s2, 2s2, and third is the 2p4. Okay, then now total number of electrons are the 14. Okay, so here we can arrange 1s2, sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2. Then where is sigma star 2s2? So as we know that now the energy of the sigma star 2s2 is higher than the sigma pi 2ps and pi 2py, and due to the sp mixing we know that the energy of the sigma 2pz is higher than the pi 2px or pi 2py. So the sigma star 2s2 is has a higher energy in comparison to the both orbitals, molecular orbital. So now we can fill the electrons, total number of the 14. So we can fill 2 plus 2, 4, 2, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 14. Okay, this is the arrangement of the electrons. And now here is the, we can calculate the bond order between and the CO molecule. So here, as we know that the bond order is equal to 1 by 2 bonding electron minus anti-bonding electron. Okay, so when we calculate the total bonding electrons and the CO is the 10 and the anti-bonding are the 4. So the carbon oxygen has the triple bond and it is stable. And the here we can see that there are not any unpaired electron. Okay, so due to the absence of the unpaired electron, it means it shows the diamagnetic character. Okay, then here the one question for the students that explain the difference between the CO and the CO plus. Okay, I give the some hint in the CO plus. So here in the CO plus, it means there is a loss of an electron. So uh, so there uh, in the we know that CO positive. So it means that there is a releasing of the electron from the goes to the last orbital, and we can see here the last orbital is the sigma pi star to sigma star 2s2. So it means the loss of electron from sigma star 2s orbital. Okay, so it converts into the CO plus. And now suppose as we know that the bond length of the CO plus is the now that we calculate the bond length of the CO plus, that is the 3.5. Okay, so actually the bond length of the CO plus is smaller than that of CO. So that is bond order of CO plus should be higher than CO. Clear? This is possible if electrons are removed from the anti-bonding molecular orbital. ये तभी possible होगा जब हमारा इलेक्ट्रॉन एंटी बॉन्डिंग मॉलिक्यूलर ऑर्बिटल से बाहर जाएगा. So these are the molecular orbital theory. And now the question for the students is कि draw and explain the uh, molecular orbital theory for the NO molecule. So now I stop my lecture. If you have query, so then contact with me. Thank you.